The US-Iran talks in Pakistan have collapsed. After 21 hours of direct negotiations, the American vice president announced no deal was reached. He said Iran refused to accept their terms. The US left behind what they call a final offer. But that's not the real story. The real story is not about the talks. It's about the Strait of Hormuz. One-fifth of the world's oil passes through that narrow water, and Iran is still in control. Here's the truth. Iran has no urgent need for a deal. Iranian officials say the US miscalculated, both militarily and diplomatically. Iran believes it is winning this war, and as long as they believe that, they will not surrender. The US, on the other hand, has time pressure. The World Cup is coming, a summit with China is coming, midterm elections are coming. Iran has no such pressure. They can wait. America cannot. The Strait of Hormuz, the most important story. Let me start why this matters to you. Before the war, about 120 ships passed through the strait every day. Oil tankers, gas carriers, container ships. The global economy ran on that flow. Today, above 12 ships per hour per day. Iran is allowing a trickle, nothing more. Oil prices have crossed $100 a barrel. In Ireland, 600 gas stations have run out of fuel. South Korea is giving subsidies to 30 million citizens. Thailand approved over $100 million in relief. Every country on earth is feeling this, including yours. Now, what the US says versus what is really happening. The United States says it has won the war. They say they destroyed 155 Iranian ships. They say the Iranian navy is finished. But here's the problem. The navy that controls the strait is not the regular navy. It's a different force entirely. The regular navy had big ships, frigates, corvettes, submarines. Those ships were for prestige, for sailing far from Iran. Yes, those have been destroyed. But the force that controls the strait uses small, fast attack boats, hundreds of them. They are fast, they are hard to see on radar, and they are nearly impossible to destroy from the air. Why? Because Iran hides them. They have built underground bunkers along their entire coastline. The boats come out, attack, and go back inside. You cannot bomb what you cannot see. Experts believe more than half of these small attack boats are still operational. Iran still controls the water. And here's something even more serious. Iran has now confirmed that there are sea mines in the main shipping channel. The mines are in a rectangular zone right in the middle of the strait. Iran has told ship captains do not go there. Captains are refusing to sail. Even when their companies demand it, they say no. They are afraid of the mines. They are afraid of the small attack boats. They are afraid of being hit. Iran is now guiding ships very close to its own coast. That is the only safe path. But that also means Iran controls every single ship that passes. They decide who goes and they decide who stays. Right after the talks failed, two empty supertankers tried to enter the strait. They got close, and then they turned around. They turned because Iran made it clear no deal, no passage. A third tanker tried to go through anyway. We don't know if it succeeded. But the message is clear. Iran is holding the world's oil supply hostage. Before the war, a supertanker carried about 2 million barrels of oil. Two supertankers turning back means 4 million barrels did not move. That is real. That affects prices. Now, the US Navy in the Strait, conflicting claims. On Saturday, the United States said two of its destroyers successfully entered the strait to begin clearing mines. Iran says that is a lie. Iranian sources claim the American warships were forced to turn back after being threatened. Iran says they launched a drone toward the ships as a warning. We don't know who is telling the truth. Both sides are giving conflicting official statements. But here's what we do know. If the US destroyers really made it through, why have we not seen video? Why have we not seen photos? Why is the only evidence coming from American officials? And if Iran really turned them back, that is even bigger news. That means the most powerful navy in the world cannot break through a strait controlled by small boats and mines. Either way, the strait is still closed, oil is still expensive, and Iran is still in charge. Here's the bottom line. The American president is telling his people, we win regardless, we have won the war. But winning means the strait is open, winning means oil is flowing, winning means Iran is no longer a threat. None of those things are true right now. The strait is closed, oil is at $100, Iran is still controlling who passes. And the American Navy is giving conflicting stories about what actually happened. So here's the question the president does not want to answer. If the strait is still closed after 6 weeks of bombing, what was the point of the war? The nuclear program, the second most important story. Remember, one of the main reasons for this war was to destroy Iran's nuclear program. The president said Iran would never get a bomb. But American newspapers are now admitting something different. Most of the damage to Iran's nuclear program happened during the 12-day war last year, not during the past 5 weeks. Iran still has centrifuges, it still has deep underground facilities, it still has about half a ton of uranium near weapons grade quality. Some of that uranium is buried in tunnels deep under a mountain. Even American bombs may not be able to reach it. Iran never built an actual warhead, at least as far as anyone knows, but the ability to build one, that is still there. So the main reason for the war, stopping Iran's nuclear program, has not been achieved. Iran still has the material. Iran still has the technology. Iran still has the knowledge. Hungary elections, the third most important story. Today Hungary is voting. This matters more than you might think. The current prime minister has been in power for 16 years. He has blocked European Union aid to Ukraine. He has maintained close ties with the Russian president. He is supported by the American president. But this time the opposition is leading in the polls by as much as 9 points. The opposition leader is a former insider from the ruling party. He's been attacking government corruption. Young Hungarians under 30 strongly support him. The current prime minister has only 8% support from that age group. If the opposition wins, European Union aid to Ukraine could be unblocked. That is 90 billion euros. But here's the catch. Even if the opposition wins, the current prime minister may refuse to leave. His party has changed the election rules. Winning votes does not always mean winning power. We will know more in a few hours. Now, a quick economic update. Just to remind you why this all matters, the war is hurting the global economy right now. Ireland has fuel shortages. South Korea is giving subsidies to millions of citizens. Thailand approved over $100 million in relief. The World Bank has warned that this conflict will drag down growth everywhere. Saudi Arabia and Qatar are giving $5 billion to Pakistan just to keep them stable. And oil prices have crossed $100 a barrel. That means higher gas prices, higher food prices, higher costs for everything. So here's where we stand. The talks failed, but that was expected. The real story is the strait. Iran still controls it. The mines are in the water. The small attack boats are hidden in bunkers. The tankers are turning back. The nuclear program is still intact. Iran still has the material to build a bomb if they choose. And Hungary is voting today, an election that could change the future of Ukraine aid and European unity. The American president says, we win regardless. But the strait is still closed, the oil is still not flowing, and the world is still waiting. That's it for today. See you in the next video.